Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
Eto'o picks it up out wide.
Cleared without complication. Could move up a gear here.
Vieira threads one in. Hoeneß cuts out the pass. Rice. Ball played for Leicester. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. Hoeneß producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Can he get it through? Now can he find a finish? Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Hoeneß. Good read, needed to be.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
First quarter of an hour gone. And this is Eto'o, and he's surging through. Look at the space here. Araujo tries to clear. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Ferdinand attempts a clearance.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. Eto'o is onto it in a flash. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rice. And it's Maldini. And here's Eto'o. Oh, Hoeneß! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, they can break here. Tries to play it through. And he's in on goal. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. And it's made its way to him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Lahm could try cutting inside here. Flash, a terrific header! He will be livid with himself.
Botafogo really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Vieira. Hoeneß, looking for options for movement. Now it's Eto'o. Botafogo do have a chance to counter here. Well, played right into his path. He's picked chance for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Looking for the run. Araujo cuts it out. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. No, he's not getting past him there. 5 minutes till the break. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he's had a shot! Goal! Botafogo! And Botafogo are in front.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has...
He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Hangs one in. And that has been cleared. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Botafogo have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Botafogo definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Has another goal! Really well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Ibrahimovic, very much a man of this moment. Ernest. And now the breakaway, looking to play him in. And sent off! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Araujo. Roberto Carlos being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn in...
Chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos que permaneçam sentados durante a partida. Agradecemos sua cooperação.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Tevez, for me, could make the all-important difference. He's a tough little competitor who doesn't take no for an answer, and a shooting power never allows defenders an easy time of it. They cannot afford to back off him.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Araujo calmly anticipates. Curtis. Great ball, and he's in here. Roberto Carlos unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Tevez. Ernest. Botafogo controlling the possession in this early phase. Oh, nice touch. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's managed to gift it back. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chance! Goal! Botafogo! And Botafogo are in front. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Good read, needed to be. Ernest has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. He's got away. He's free. He has got space. Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's been cut out. Well played. And here's Ibrahimovic. And a chance! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
That pass has been well intercepted. Vitinha. Messi. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Now it's Tevez. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Vieira. Messi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's made its way to him. Cruyff! Plays it in low. And it's hoisted clear. Al Nassr with the corner. They're first. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now then, the ball's come loose. Cleared away.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That is ended up in no man's land. Vieira. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Ibrahimovic.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Great ball if he can get there. So much time and space here. And it's Tevez. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries a measured ball. Bergomi can get it clear. Looking to play him in. Cruyff.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Oh, perfectly measured that. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Botafogo clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Botafogo are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And we are already promptly back underway. Wriggles his way through. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, well played. Eto'o. Buffon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Vieira. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ambitious ball here. And they've been given a corner. Corner number 2 then. Eto'o! Really well taken goal. And the second half is off to a flyer. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action.
Shapes to shoot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Hoeneß plays it short. Looking for options for movement. Delivers with whip. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Now, can they get it back? There will be a throw-in. Lahm picks it up out wide. Crosses it in. He'll try to keep this alive. Caught offside that time. Vieira gets across and deals with it. Ibrahimovic under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter...
Goes for a shot! Oh, how good is he? A finish right from the top draw. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
substituição no time do Botafogo.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Botafogo take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this.
Goes to finish! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Botafogo do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Vieira powering forward here. Now it's Gullit. Lovely feet. And that is expertly dealt with. Gullit. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Gullit. Now it's Bale. Now it's Rice. And that's gone loose. Al Nassr can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now it's Pele! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Pele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 3 coming up. Cleared away. And it's Ferdinand. And the shot's on here. Bellingham! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Al Nassr really can be very happy with the way.
It's Bale! It's a goal! Back within 1. They have them in their sights again.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Mbappe. Bale will not want to lose out here. Real chance! Oh, taken with style. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Al Nassr clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And here's Bale. Bale.
Might want to be careful there.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
It's not the best angle, this, but he might just be tempted to shoot.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Vieira. Gullit gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Now it's Yamal, and he plays one through. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. And he
Foram
shoots!
indicados 6
A
minutos de
reprieve,
acréscimo.
albeit perhaps momentary. Nesta makes the interception. No, that's been intercepted. He's a sharp little ball here. Maldini. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Shoots! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture.
And that's that. Botafogo have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There's been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
He's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
Shoots! Goal! Botafogo! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So, a breakthrough already. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's having a hit! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Ferdinand. Araujo. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Could move up a gear here. And here's Mbappe. And he's being shifted off it.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Cruyff! Now, who's going to be... Oh, he's been caught napping! Caught offside that time. Muscular approach does pay off here. Threads one in. Nicely weighted ball. Botafogo leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Roberto Carlos has it in a wide... Up he goes! Danger averted for now. Rice can see things others simply cannot. Ambitious ball here. That's the keeper's ball. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Hernus goes short. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. Lahm. Cruyff. Well, that pass isn't the best. Tries to play it through. He's through here. Ferdinand gets over and intercepts. He's shifting through the gears here. He's had a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, that's why we love the beautiful game, to see excitement like that. The run was dynamic, the finish disappointing.
Yeah. Let's say it off.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
And he shoots! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And yes, it's him again. Botafogo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
He's had it taken off him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Ibrahimovic. Seedorf. Vieira. Botafogo are looking to break at pace. Now Cruyff. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Vieira. And here's Mbappe. Messi. Cruyff. And it's Messi. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Eto'o. Now there's Ibrahimovic! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he was alert to it. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos! Really well taken goal. Deep into first half stoppage time. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Botafogo are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. We're already back up and running after half-time. And that has left him in a heap. Looking for a runner. And this is Eto'o. And that is exemplary defending.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Botafogo, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how...
Big chance! Rice. Al Nassr looking to pass their way through. Good ball, good take. Seedorf. Can he finish? No mistake! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago already. And Cruyff! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Lahm gets it clear. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, what a climb! That's fallen kindly here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's having a shot! And he hits the net. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Substituição em andamento.
Al Nassr can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And the shot! They've scored!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Well, it dominates aerially so often. And he's had it nicked away. Botafogo do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Rafael Leao being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Pele. Well, they could break here. Wriggles his way through. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Vieira is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning. Now it's Pele. Roberto Carlos serves up a cross. It's out for a goal kick. Now it's Rafael Leao. Leicester. Al Nassr finding their passes. And here's Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe. Looking for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Now it's Bale.
Such good technique.
Bale puts them all in. Buffon deals with that nice and simple. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And he cuts out the supply. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Shot, surely! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
So, third corner of the game. Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. Lam is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Bullet. Pele. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a great position here. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Now this could be a chance. And that is expertly dealt with. And that has been clubbed away. Now it's Rice. No way. Chance for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Pele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Botafogo have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. And here's Rafael Leao. Oh, that's neat. Shapes to shoot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Irrepressible! Imperious! That's what makes him... So that's it. It is all over. Botafogo looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Rafael Leao claiming the match ball here. He was the difference. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, that was vital. And here's
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Looking for the run. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Buffon claims it in safe hands.
Pelé. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Out of play for a goal kick. And the pass is intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
First quarter of an hour gone. Decent progress down the left. And it's Seedorf. And the shot's on here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play... And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. Oh, super ball! So much time and space. Bullish header! It's a promising position. Here it is, crossed in. That's a decent clearance. Oh, important interception. Muscular approach does pay off here. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. This is the time you need that pace.
Roberto Carlos providing an outlet on that flank. Lahm did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Vieira. Pelé. Roberto Carlos. Mbappe. That has been knocked clear. Seedorf. Chance here to counter. Ibrahimovic. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. And that's a throw-in. Ernest. Vitinha. No way through. Vieira. And it's Ibrahimovic. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. A probing pass. That's beautifully weighted. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. Mbappe, good driving run. Real decent chance! And he nearly went all the way.
Hoeneß certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
They get a throw in. Good play on the left-hand side here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf. That's a little off target. Roberto Carlos puts his foot on the gas. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a pretty loose pass. And it's half-time here. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point.
Botafogo ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Botafogo are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's Ibrahimovic, and he was quick to react. Pele, Vitinha, Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Mbappe, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He is, and a chance! Off the post! It's a goal! There is the breakthrough! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Ferdinand. Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi. Al Nassr do have a chance to counter here. Played out to the left flank. Roberto Carlos. And that has put paid to that. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's shifting through the gears here. Roberto Carlos delivers. And he's taking no chances there.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Can he get on the end of this? Now this could be a chance.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Pele. Zanetti. Nice interception, well timed. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Mbappe finds himself offside.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Camisa 22.
Araujo,
Camisa 20. Camisa
and it's Luis
14.
Suarez.
Deixando
Roberto
o campo
Carlos.
para a entrada de camisa
Oh, good read.
21.
That's great positioning, so good for him.
He's gone for goal! Sensational from Bellingham! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And when the manager... And the shots! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Botafogo find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Some really good ball movement. Now it's Luis Suarez, and the counter is on. He's picked his way through. Oh, what a mistake! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Botafogo are closing in on a comfortable win. Now it's Eto'o. Bellingham is fouled. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? Looking here to alter the direction of the game. And that has forced the very best out of the keeper. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Bellingham. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's very neat. Yamal. Lofted in. Vieira gets it away. Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos. A picture of focus and alertness. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Is there any support? There's the shot! No, not quite. Vieira wins the duel this time. Tries to pass it through, and he's been shifted off it. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Has a shot! The whistle has gone, and it is all over. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless.